What you doing under there, hon?
Just testing.
What are you testing? I told you we shouldn't have brought that chair over there in the right-hand corner.
Which one?
That one that we're never going to use or fix.
Oh, we'll fix it. We'll fix it. You just have to get the right material.
What's on the agenda today? Let's see. Mercado shopping. Yeah, I've got my shirt with a pocket for that. Because you guys remember you're not supposed to carry wallets or purses. And meet a friend after that. And then go to the beach.
So yeah, we raise up barriers because that's what we're used to doing, right? We're bombarded with advertising, right? We know the story. And so will you permit me to tell you a small story? I met this fellow casually, as I used to have occasion to be going into people's homes to provide a service. I met this old-timer. He lived in a nice house in the hills, and he seemed to be a really nice fellow, like Southerners are, you know, friendly and easygoing. And I noticed his wife wasn't around. I don't know how the subject came up, but his wife had passed away. Apparently she had gone into the hospital to get a colon operation, and the doctor botched it up, didn't sew part of it, sewed her back together but left the colon partially open, and of course she died from it. After he did the research, he found out that doctor was an alcoholic and had other complaints against him. Now, it just so happened that I was placed in these situations like this in front of people, being the lay evangelist that I was. And it just so happens that we have a ministry that teaches people how to cleanse their colon so they won't have to go into for surgery. Our material is distributed by the ministry. It's designed for the good of the public and the good of those that will believe it. People can also cleanse themselves of gallstones without surgery. Real life stuff that we've actually done ourselves. And this is consistent within our theme all throughout our lives. We don't promote anything we haven't done ourselves. If we're talking about something we haven't done, we'll let you know and say, no, we haven't tested this or tried it, so we're not endorsing it. We just don't recommend stuff we haven't done ourselves. And this is a big problem in the gringo community, that they recommend stuff just because maybe they tried it one time or used somebody one time, so they recommend. Sometimes they haven't tried them at all. Anyhow, getting off that, the old-timer lost his wife. We have a ministry that helps people avoid the fate of this fellow's wife. To this day, his wife could have been still alive if she had been willing to accept such information. And isn't it just like us people? It's up to us to make that choice, accept or reject. Accept or reject, but you know what? The consequences, they come back to you. Some people want to call it karma. You can call it whatever you want, but what you put out in life comes back to you.
Oh, I see you got some dirt, Frank.
Yeah.
What are we planting today?
I just told Angela this is going to be the most challenging growing conditions I've ever had, because I haven't seen any rain at all. I mean, usually you see a little rain, but chronic drought. But I'm planting some heirloom Swiss chard, which is amazing to pull out of your garden and eat. Any Swiss chard, any greens, kale, Swiss chard is amazing. This brings me to, I once had a North American couple ask me if they could bring me anything. asked them to bring me seeds when they were resistant. Then they said, isn't it an agricultural country? Why do you need seeds? Aren't vegetables cheap? You know, I mean, if you've never actually gone to your yard and pulled your vegetables just before eating them, you just don't really know what the heck you're missing. I mean, no matter how cheap vegetables are. So the fellow got involved and embroiled in a malpractice lawsuit, of course. It's a big problem in the U.S. People, they trust something, and when it doesn't work out, they resort to lawsuits to remedy a wrong. And in concept, there's nothing intrinsically wrong with that, but that's a different subject. So he won a $5 million malpractice lawsuit. And here he was, an old-timer, living in a nice home in the hills. $5 million malpractice judgment. He received the funds from it. And here we are, lay evangelists that have a ministry that is so just nails his experience. Yeah, you can sit here and sue them and you can get your money, but you can go beyond that. You can help others. And what better way to help others than to support a ministry that keeps other people out of the same suffering that you went through? I mean, how much more does a person need to in order to relate? So in other words, all of the pieces, all of the ducks were in a row for this fellow to understand the ministry, believe in the ministry, and want to support the ministry. But people don't do what they should do. And I felt that there was some kind of a connection there. And I even felt that he wanted, I felt like his spirit was being nudged to say, wow, this is the right kind of ministry I would support, kind of thing. I felt it from him, but his barriers kept him from making the move. And that was that. And the moment was lost. And it teaches me something. I mean, if the Lord ever makes me a steward, because that's all I am, is a steward. That's all. We're all called to be as stewards. We didn't create this, folks. Guys, we didn't create this. We're just stewards. When people say wealth creation, a steward always acknowledges that the Creator is the one that gives us the power to create wealth. And therefore, it all goes back to the Creator and the creation. The creation didn't create the Creator, as you know. What is wealth creation without acknowledging the Creator? Elvis Presley had wealth creation. Apparently, he was reaching a low point, that he was searching for the Lord, and his advisors that he had surrounded himself with obstructed, put up barriers. There's the barriers in life, so that he never was able to make the connection with repentance. Jesus Christ, he might be alive today had he done so, but his advisors erected the barriers. So yeah, the people you surround yourself with, yeah, it matters. It matters. It's just diligence. You have to be careful. He was busy singing and raking in the bucks. Didn't have enough time to count it all. Wealth creation, right? And this is the American culture.
And he was unhappy and committed.
And he was unhappy. So we walk the talk of living a balanced life. And if that means being the steward over little or being the steward over much, whatever it be the Lord's will, we'll go with it.
Hello.